Welcome back to our Word for the Day. This is a special message for our children and their families here at St. Thomas as we explore the scripture just for you, the scripture that we hear shared in worship. Today is no different, although today is a big difference in terms of what we get to hear and see and celebrate. One of the biggest, if not the biggest message of our whole church year. I can't wait to share it with you in just a second. So let's see how Miss Amy is going to illustrate this particular story. I'll see you in a minute.
A reading from the Gospel according to St. Mark in the 16th chapter for Easter Day. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Salome, brought spices so that they might go and anoint the body of Jesus. And very early on the first day of the week, when the sun had risen, they went to the tomb. They had been saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance to the tomb?" When they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled back. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. But he said to them, "Do not be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. He is not here. Look, there is the place where they laid him. But go, tell his disciples and Peter that he is going ahead of you to Galilee. There you will see him, just as he told you." So they went out and fled from the tomb, for terror and amazement had seized them, and they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Wow. Miss Amy never disappoints in terms of choosing colors that just help to make the story come alive. It's always wonderful to see her artistry at work. I can't wait to see some of the drawings you've come up with, you've colored, as you've made them come to life. Again, just like last week, we're back in the church and we're by one of our windows that help us tell the story, just like you are making the decoration perhaps for your own Easter table. We are at the resurrection window. This is the Easter window. And as you heard in the story begins with everyone ready to be sad, expecting to see a huge rock by a tomb, and wondering, how will we ever move it? It seems so big. And when they get there, they realize God is at work. God has already begun this great work. And all of a sudden, as the light is coming into a new day, they are also seeing the fact that the stone is gone. This huge, huge stone. Now, it's hard for us to imagine a stone as a door. So perhaps think of it this way. If you've ever been to a bank, especially an older bank where they get money, there's a vault that has a huge door in front of it. It looks so large that none of us could just open it on our own. We need some assistance. But this is like that, a huge rock. No one person could get that stone to move. God did. This is the day we celebrate what God does, and God's possibility, and God's new life. And you see it depicted not just in the coloring page that this Amy brought to life, but as well in the stained glass window, in our music, in the whole spirit of the church. We celebrate that God is bringing new life with the resurrection of Jesus. No longer do we need to worry as we once did, or think it's only a dark time. The hope and the light and love has won and is coming into the world. That's a message we need to take to how we live our life every day, isn't it? And that's what we're going to have in the season of Easter, not just one day of Easter Day, but the whole season of Eastertide. We tell the story of how God is at work in making all things new and bringing new life, new perspectives, how we can see each other in the world. That is great news, isn't it? So I can't wait to share more with you in the weeks to come. Until then, May God's peace be with you and your family. May you have a blessed Easter. Bye-bye.